have a fix on the target's location. We just have to figure out how to get close and pull him out. Check all around the target and plan carefully before moving in.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
We have a fix on the target's location. We just have to figure out how to get close and pull him out. Check all around the target and plan carefully before moving in.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Prisoner has died. Prisoner has died.
Just have to do it by chopper. Call the chopper from your iPhone box. Then carry the target to it.
Please select support helicopter
Roger.
requested.
The target's safety is your top priority. Eliminate the threat. Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
دلته زما د ژغورنې لپاره راغلی. ته د چا رالېږلی؟ زما پلار مړ دی. زما ټوله کورنۍ مړه کړه. ته چا ګمارلی؟
This is B Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
چې ما هغوی له بوځم. ته ولې داسې کوې؟
This is B Quad. On station at LZ. Target extracted. Exfiltrate the hot zone, boss. Gaining altitude.
Mission info has been updated. Body departing area of operations.
Departing.
Enemy presence detected. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
All right. Mission complete, boss. Maybe you'll actually break a sweat next time, huh? Boss, that target you extracted, Malik, is saying that he's never heard of our client. What's more, he says his village was destroyed long before he was ever taken prisoner. Apparently it fell victim to some sort of disease, then was completely burned to the ground. Malik was out on a mission at the time, and that's the reason why he alone survived. But the question is, who hired us to find him? According to Malik, he saw strange soldiers snooping around the village when he got back. Turns out they were members of Cypher's strike force XOF. My theory is they wanted to get their hands on Malik to question or silence him before the Soviets could get to him. Cypher was just using us to cover things up. All that crap about Malik's relative was a front to convince us to retrieve him. But an entire colony just wiped off the map. It sounds a lot like the Hamid during the Honeybee incident. All I know, boss, is there's no way in hell I'm handing Malik over to Cypher. I decided to bring him back to Mother Base instead. He's one of us now. We told the client through a cutout that the target was killed. For some reason, though, they still paid us everything we were owed. Cypher's obviously up to something, and this is probably just another preemptive cleanup operation to them. But to Malik, he lost his village, his family, everything, and he wants his revenge. In other words, he's one of us. The NGO that asked us to rescue wild animals isn't ready to take them in yet. So we had no choice but to build an animal conservation platform. The NGO said they'll cover all expenses, including the day-to-day housing and feeding costs. If you're interested, take a chopper over and have a look. Boss, if you got time on your hands, come spend it back at the base. The men will miss you if you're gone too long. scientist has contacted us, wanting to defect from the East. His name? He's Emmerich. That's right. The man we knew as Huey. We suspect he was complicit in the attack on Mother Base 9 years ago. He was working with Cypher. I've been waiting a long time for this. So I say, let's help Emmerich defect. Once he's here, we can sit down and catch up on old times. Emmerich is currently at Serac Power Plant. This is our chance. Boss, head for the power plant.
Welcome back, boss.
Staff assigned. Please specify a project. Development project has been added. Please select supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Analysis complete.
Thanks for that, boss.
Commencing platform construction. Commencing platform construction. Staff assigned. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project.
Too cute. Just once. Yeah, it's...
Sun will set shortly.
No, that, never really occurred to me.
You don't know the awesomeness of a puppy's paw pads?
I guess not. But yeah. I bet they would feel nice.
Right?
Clouds approaching. Development project has been added. Please select supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Please specify a project. Please specify a project.
That animal conservation platform is really taken off, huh?
Yeah, it's like a mini zoo.
Some animal protection NGO asked us to get them out, right? So how come we don't hand them over to them?
We will, but they just asked us to hold on to them until they're ready to take them in.
What the hell? We're mercs, not zookeepers.
Well, the NGO was throwing in a little extra for it. If it means a bigger paycheck for you and me, why not? I kind of like having animals around. It's something to take
Please
the edge off after
specify
the
a
fight.
project.
I guess. Whoever heard of a merc on dung duty?
Please specify a project. Development project has been added. Please select supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Please specify a project. Please select supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
Soviet Union. Europe is afraid she'll leak all kinds of military secrets. He's signing it to kill her.
Yeah. Our boss. Big boss. And once the boss was dead, he was given the name to signify he had surpassed her.
He carried out a one-man infiltration of the Soviet Union, even though he was injured. One tough son of a bitch.
Yeah. But I also heard the boss was his mentor. I think we're involved. And that was why he turned his back on America.
He really has been through hell.
So why is the boss's whole organization freaking out? The U.S. doesn't have an empire like that on its doorstep?
You hear all kinds of stories. What Commander Miller says, there's...
Thank you, boss. Thanks for that, boss.
Boss!
Caution, rain approaching. Staff assigned. Please specify a project. Development project has been added. Please sell supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Please specify a project.
Thank you, boss.
Clouds approaching. Please have supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Please select a mission. Development complete. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Please the landing zone confirmed.
Roger.
Didi, stay. Didi. Fully trained and ready for action. The rest is up to you. Didi, go! He's going with you.
function added.
Let me explain what D-Dog can do as your buddy. With that nose of his, he can sniff out and mark nearby enemies and prisoners. Should come in handy for infiltrating outposts. I trained him to detect mines and medicinal plants, too. When he locates something, check your map.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dekelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what kept you safe in British military hospital for 9 years. The safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Geppetto.
Well, it wasn't Pinocchio who led me out to safety. So who was that guy?
Cypher went so far as to attack British territory, burning their own ally. That's how badly they wanted you dead.
He said I was in a British military hospital. But the doctor had a Greek accent.
They hire locally. Easier to trust them. Dekelia is also home to Greek Cypriots, after all.
What about the Turks? They haven't returned to the south.
Not yet. The Cyprus dispute is still a long way from resolved. The country is just as split as it was in '74. Turkish Cypriots in the north, Greek Cypriots in the south. Between them, the Green Line, the UN established.
And Dekelia sits right on top of it.
It does. Part of the buffer zone between the two groups. Another reason it was the perfect place to hide you. Easy to spot any outsiders snooping around.
So how do things stand?
Now, last year, the Turks declared that the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus is an independent state, though it's only Turkey that recognizes it. In the past, the Greeks and Turks lived side by side in the same villages. There are reasons to fight. Those came from the outside. Greece, Turkey, Britain, America, they all had their own stake in pitting the two sides against each other. But once you spark something like this, it's impossible to control. Both sides build up grudges like debt, without the foresight to see that each act of revenge just fans the flames. And then it's too late for other nations to rush in with peace talks. The embers keep on smoldering. Each nation's arrogance only breeds anarchy. The world is paralyzed by this hunger for revenge. Cyprus is no different. You're up.
We're changing ships?
We can't go sailing the Suez in a whaler.
The Suez Canal. When did they reopen it?
Not long after you were attacked. Once they finished sweeping it for mines after the Arab-Israeli conflict. Can you stand? We're gonna transfer to a container ship for passage through the Suez. Our destination is Pakistan, Afghanistan's neighbor to the south. There we disembark and head via Peshawar to the Zero Line, the border. We'll travel to the Khyber Pass by road.
And then?
We continue on horseback. Afghanistan's main roads are under Soviet control. We'll need to go around them. It'll be all narrow, winding paths through the mountains. We'll do better on horseback. It's a local guerrilla tactic. They use the higher ridges to avoid air recons. Then they charge down the mountains for ambushes. The Soviets still haven't devised a counter-strategy. Our time frame is only half as much as we really need. It'll be a tough march.
Better horses than boats.
Well, it'll make for good physiotherapy. Take the time to get used to that new arm.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics. That concludes today's news.
That's quite some news.
The Soviet Union not attending the LA Olympics? Yeah. Andropov's death has changed some things. They're calling it revenge for the Western boycott of the Moscow Olympics.
Countries boycotted the Moscow Olympics?
Yes. In protest of the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan. Over 50 countries were absent. It's too bad I didn't get to see Yamashita's judo. When the 40th Army crossed the Amu River 4 years ago, détente went right out the window. The U.S. Congress chose not to ratify SALT II, and Reagan's hardline politics won him the presidency in a landslide. According to him, the Soviet Union's an evil empire.
The Second Cold War.
And there's been no end to regional conflicts and civil wars. Lebanon, the Falklands, Grenada, Iran, Iraq. The story never changes.
Egypt and Israel did sign a peace treaty. But then the driving force on the Egyptian side, President Sadat, was assassinated afterward. Apparently, his actions were considered a betrayal of his fellow Arabs. Islamic extremists?
Yes. Fundamentalist extremists have been responsible for some bold acts of terrorism in recent years.
We've had extremist students in Iran take U.S. embassy workers hostage, and suicide bombings in Lebanon. Over 300 foreign soldiers stationed there have been killed.
The countries have yet to develop an effective means of dealing with terrorism. Afraid of losing their own men, they've pulled their forces out, handing private forces a golden opportunity.
Private forces?
Small armies with no national affiliation, working for the highest bidder. That's right, they got the idea from you. After Mother Base went down, they began spreading to meet the soaring demand. Miller's organization is just one of many PFs now. The entire world is after you. But at the same time, it needs you too. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation.
Deploying. Marker placed. Marker removed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed. Clouds approaching. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Hold him off! Stay. Stay.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development analysis complete. Development complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Okay. Spit it out. Where are the others?
You gotta extract him.
Map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that. You gotta extract him.
Caution. Storm approaching.
Talk. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Where are your friends?
Map has been updated.
subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Это КП, понял. Всем боевым группам проверить окрестности. Избавиться от чужака. Конец связи.
Hold them off!
Talk. Where are your friends?
You gotta extract him.
Это командир. Внешняя радиосвязь вышла из строя. вас со сбоку. Будьте начеку. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. По нам велся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Штаб, это КП. Ответьте. Штаб, ответьте, штаб.
Enemy presence detected.
Stop.
The map has been updated.
КП, это БД-4. Поиски закончены. Противник не обнаружен. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Не расслабляйтесь. Они еще могут быть рядом. Конец связи.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. detected. The map has been updated.
Это зона 7! Никаких признаков противника! Обыскиваю местность! Прием! Это КП, понял. Обыщите каждый угол. Они где-то здесь. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. По нам велся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Штаб, это КП. Ответьте! Штаб, ответьте! Штаб! Штаб! КП! Штаб! Прием!
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
You got to extract him.
Weather will clear shortly.
Go get him!
КП, это Дмитрий 6. Мы закончили поиски. Никто не обнаружен. Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте наготове. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. По нам велся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность. Штаб, это КП. Открыть! Штаб, ответьте, штаб! Штаб, это КП! Штаб, прием! Всем боевым группам, это КП! Боевые посты! Все подразделения, по боевым постам! Всем постам! Это командир! Внешняя радиосвязь вышла из строя! Мы не можем вызвать подкрепление с других аванпостов! Окопайтесь и удерживайте позиции своими силами! Конец связи!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
КП, это зона 7! Потерял визуальный контакт! Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку и найдите противника. Конец связи.
Analysis complete.
КП, это зона 7. Никаких признаков противника. Обыскиваю местность. Прием. Это КП, понял. Следите за ними. Не позволяйте им ходить с фланга. Конец связи. Зона 1, это КП. Открыть подавляющий минометный огонь по противнику. Прием. Это зона 1. Понял. Подготовка к минометному огню. Конец связи.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
КП! КП, это зона 7! КП, это Дмитрий-2. Потерял визуальный контакт. Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции. Прием. Это КП, понял. Проверьте, но осторожно. Конец связи. КП, это Дмитрий-2. Никаких признаков противника. Обыскиваю местность. Прием. Это КП, понял. Не позволяйте им застать вас врасплох. Будьте начеку. Конец связи. Штаб, это КП. По нам велся огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ, но потеряли врага. Враг может все еще прятаться поблизости. Соблюдайте осторожность.
Caution.
Это КП.
Sandstorm
Ответьте.
approaching.
Штаб, ответьте. Штаб, это КП. Штаб, прием.
Analysis complete.
A Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
КП, это Дмитрий-2. У нас задымление. Возможен вражеский саботаж. Прием. Понял. Усилить безопасность. Повышенная волна. Конец связи.
Don't let your buddy die, Snake.
Talk. Spit it out. Where are the
The
others?
map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Speak. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
You gonna extract him?
Spit it out. Where are the others?
The map has been updated.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
КП, это Дмитрий-2. Наши припасы были похищены. Возможно, на базе лазутчик. Жду указания. Прием! Это КП, понял. Всем боевым группам проверить окрестности. Избавиться от чужака. Конец связи.
Stop him! Hold him off! Stay. Didi. Stop him! Hold him off!
КП, это Дмитрий-9. Наблюдаю дым. В зоне может быть враг. Прием! Это КП, понял. Усилить безопасность. Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи.
Go get him!
КП, это ЖВ-10. Вижу дым. Возможно, вражеская атака. Прием! Это КП, понял. Усилить безопасность. Повышенная боевая готовность. Конец связи.
Stop him! Go get him!
Hold them off!
That's a serious injury. It won't heal in its...
Stop him!
You have arrived at your destination.
Hold them off! Go get him! Hold them off!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Всех постов! Это командир! Внешняя радиосвязь вышла из строя! Мы не можем вызвать управление с других аванпостов! Окопайтесь и удержите позиции своими силами! Конец связи! КП, это Зоя-1! Потерял визуальный контракт! Перемещаю
Outpost captured.
Прием! Это КП, понял. Проверьте, но осторожно. Конец связи.
That's the target.
Speak.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. The map has been updated. Side op completed.
You gotta extract him.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. You have arrived at your destination. You have arrived at your destination. Staff assigned. Weather will please select a drop point. Please select a drop. Supplies requested. Supply drop complete. Caution, sandstorm approaching. Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Good. You captured it alive.
Plant side ops list updated.
Like your horse, you can give commands to D-Dog as well. He'll normally follow you around. You can also make him wait somewhere or lure an enemy by barking at him. Or you can sick him on the enemy to slow him down. Develop new gear just for him, and I'm sure he'll be capable of even more damage.
He said I was in a British military hospital.
While the Soviets have indicated they are not participating in the Los Angeles Olympics, primarily because the United States has made no attempt to guarantee the safety of the Soviet Union's athletes, the United States is increasingly demonstrating the belief that the issue has nothing to do with its preparations, and in fact this is retaliation for the Western nations' boycott of the previous Moscow Olympics.
When Quiet first came here, she demonstrated her marksmanship against that enemy fighter plane. It showed she was much more than your everyday crack shot. Hitting a moving target from 600 meters is a challenge, but it's possible with the right training and equipment. But shooting down that missile, that's a world apart from taking out a soldier on patrol. The chopper and the missile were in motion, meaning different vectors at high velocity in three-dimensional space, and she shot an unguided bullet that had to fight air resistance and gravity. All that while the chopper was taking evasive maneuvers. Some of the best target leading I've ever known. She has a superhuman sense of spatial awareness. You put her in a fighter jet, and she'd be an ace right off the bat. Hell, your judgment was top class too. Realizing she could take out that pilot, that's quick thinking. You and Quiet could make a hell of a team. You'd be damn near unstoppable. Quiet is still in her cell. Only a few staff are authorized to go near her. She hasn't tried anything funny, but that's what bothers me most.
In particular?
What does she have to gain by coming to Mother Base? I first thought she was under orders from Cypher to take you out. She didn't manage it in Afghanistan, so round 2 happens here. So I lighten the guard. And that lock on her door is a joke.
You gave her an opening. And?
Well, she hasn't killed you yet. And I hate to say it, but she's had plenty of chances.
You made me the bait.
Poisonous bait. What better? Anyway, she didn't bite. Quiet is keeping her silence. So I'm left with no idea again what she's doing here.
We tried communicating with her through writing. That didn't work either. Whether she's illiterate, dyslexic, or just plain stubborn, she won't cooperate. I just don't get it.
If she tried to contact the outside, it'd be picked up by our counterintelligence net. But it's clean. There's no sign she's had contact with the staff, the base facilities, nothing. She's almost got the men wanting her to try something, just to find out what she's up to. And she's in there putting on the failed soldier look, all downcast eyes and defeated sighs. But she doesn't kill herself. She can't be trying to leave Cypher and surrender to us.
So what's the verdict?
This may sound optimistic, but here's how I see it. Quiet came here to fulfill some objective. To kill you, maybe to destroy Diamond Dogs. Whatever it was, before she could do it, something changed her mind. Yes. When I look at her,
I sense hesitation.
You think she betrayed Cypher?
Can't say for sure. I prefer the ones that talk. Anyway, we'll keep her under watch. And we're also looking into those special abilities of hers. You'll be the first to know if something comes up. Why not look in on her yourself once in a while?
Right.
Quiet is still in her cell. Only a few staff are authorized to go near her. She hasn't tried anything funny, but that's what bothers me most.
In particular?
What does she have to gain by coming to Mother Base? I first thought she was under orders from Cypher to take you out. She didn't manage it in Afghanistan, so round 2 happens here. So I lighten the guard. And that lock on her door is a joke.
You gave her an opening. And?
Well, she hasn't killed you yet. And I hate to say it, but she's had plenty of chances.
You made me the bait.
Poisonous bait. What better? Anyway, she didn't bite. Quiet is keeping her silence. So I'm left with no idea again what she's doing here.
We tried communicating with her through writing. That didn't work either. Whether she's illiterate, dyslexic, or just plain stubborn, she won't cooperate. I just don't get it.
If she tried to contact the outside, it'd be picked up by our counterintelligence net. But it's clean. There's no sign she's had contact with the staff, the base facilities, nothing. She's almost got the men wanting her to try something, just to find out what she's up to. And she's in there putting on the failed soldier look, all downcast eyes and defeated sighs. But she doesn't kill herself. She can't be trying to leave Cypher and surrender to us.
So what's the verdict?
This may sound optimistic, but here's how I see it. Quiet came here to fulfill some objective. To kill you, maybe to destroy Diamond Dogs. Whatever it was, before she could do it, something changed her mind. Yes. When I look at her, I sense hesitation.
You think she betrayed Cypher?
Can't say for sure. I prefer the ones that talk. Anyway, we'll keep her under watch. And we're also looking into those special abilities of hers. You'll be the first to know if something comes up. Why not look in on her yourself once in a while?
Right.